Hey guys, I do apologize if I look sweaty and tired. The only reason being is because I just did some workouts. It wasn't very long, even though it felt very long, but I included some stretches in there so it wasn't long because I need to listen to my body, give it a rest when it needs to rest and stuff like that. And so here is my outfit that I decided to work in today. This, but also some little activewear leggings that I got recently. Find activewear. I know this is still cut short, but like this long, it's very hard to find activewear that's like this long, let alone close to my ankles. So yeah, I found a pair that was longer for me to use because I love stuff that goes to my ankles, especially when it's skinny leg. Skinny leg items are very difficult because I have long legs, so everything's like hot waters on me. So I'm letting some hot water. I'm letting some hot water cool down because I have this. And I'm like, I don't think I made it right last time because the thing is I made it with cold milk and I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to do that. And I'm like, let me just see how this is gonna taste, and it tasted nasty. So I still add creamer to it, but it does say to make it with water. Not exactly sure why it says to make it with water, but it does. Actually, now I feel stupid. This is just plain black iced coffee, so you'll understand what I mean by the feel in a second, because I just realized the iced coffee that I know about actually is made with, I believe it's made with water actually to make it iced, and then I just add ice to it. Anyways, so I'm like, now I feel stupid, but I have that on hand because I'm getting low on my espresso pods, so I'm trying to manage and budget for that, to manage and budget for some other stuff, and I actually did. And I'm gonna show you guys something real quick, because I did try to edit my videos yesterday, but there was a lot of exterior noises that I despised. And so what I'm going to show you right now with the editing software that I use, it's kind of acting a little glitchy on me. I don't know why. So I'm going to just mute this for a second. And I am going to play this. So this thing is moving very quickly, and it doesn't usually move this fast. So I don't know why it's moving this quickly at this rate. It usually moves a lot slower, like it moves according to the clips themselves, but it doesn't usually move at this quick of a rate. So I've tried to restart my computer, I've cleared stuff off my computer, I have even tried to shut my computer down and turn it back on, and it should not move this quickly for so much dead air, to be honest. But it's moving at a very fast rate that I'm not used to, so it just looks very weird. So basically, just as a heads up, if this next vlog that I upload looks weird and strange and just looks a little too fast to be fast, don't judge me on that. That all has to do with Windows Live Movie Maker. There's some kind of weird glitch on it. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's the editing software that I do use because it's easy to use for me personally. It is something that's very simple to use, and it's very simple to understand, and it's just how I edit all my videos when I need to, because obviously I have to like speed some stuff up. There's no way I am doing a plain old like dead air uncut nearly 1 hour video. Like, sorry, that's not happening. I gotta edit that down. So like, even if you guys want to see a length that long, but like no, sorry. I think my max length is like 30, no, my max length I think is 45 minutes. That's about it, but that's because I couldn't really cut everything down that I wanted to cut down. But the thing is, I'm also trying not to add too much music in there because I know how sometimes that can get a little annoying, so I do add a couple dead air clips on purpose just to get a little break from that music, and then I'll add music again. So there's that, and I am going to let the water cool, do some more grocery shopping because I have coupons, not grocery shopping, but grocery list put together, I should say. Grocery list put together and budgeting put together, so I can actually get grocery shopping done, not necessarily today, but maybe later this month or in the beginning of July, but it might be closer to the end of this month, possibly, if not a little sooner, but it is getting towards the end of this month. So there's that. I'm gonna budget and do that, and I should see you guys later because I am scrambled eggs because I need food, and I am taking creatine, just as a heads up. Like I said, my workout wasn't super long, but it also wasn't like that bad either. It was like about 15 minutes or so, 15-20 minutes, give or take, if you, depending on this, I guess it depends. Some stretches I think can count as part of the workout, and then others not necessarily. So I should see you guys later. See ya. Hey guys, so I only changed, yes, there's a change in shirt only because I changed into long sleeve because I'm letting our cat roam right now, and he's like outside, and so the thing is, it is making the house freezing. But also it probably doesn't help that I'm barefoot, but I'm always barefoot at home. So there's that. I am actually very proud of myself because actually what happened is, so technically I should have done the grocery thing, but I didn't. I decided, I'm like, you know what, since this vlog of mine is so long, I'm just gonna edit it, try to get it done and over with. And so it's not done yet, but I'm actually I'm just slightly more than halfway done. And I know I'm really bad with being consistent. I try my best to be as consistent as possible, and I definitely do want to try to get out more if I can. But I'm also like in the process, like in my previous vlog, I think in one of my newer ones or the more recent ones, I mentioned that I am job hunting. So there's that. So that's a process in itself, but I'm also, that's why I'm trying to be very, very conscientious with my grocery budget and spending. So I have to be extremely careful. Like, even if I want to go out and get coffee, I know I can't do that right now because I'm like, nope, gotta save that money for groceries, gotta save it for groceries, gotta save it for groceries. Like, that's where my mind's at right now with that. So like, nope, plan it, research it, plan it, and just act accordingly. Let's just put it that way. And yes, I am still, don't worry, I'm still applying for jobs, so there's that too. I'm applying for different jobs. I do need to follow up. I was hoping that they would follow up with me, but I don't know if it's been 2 weeks or not. But I'm really, really hoping to get a job somewhere. I know it's not a guarantee, nothing's a guarantee, but I just need something right now. So there's that, and I am going to, I don't know how hot this still is, but I'm gonna try to do the iced coffee because I have not done the iced coffee yet. And honestly, I kind of just want to use this up and get rid of it because I'm trying to save my espresso pods. So that's why I'm also starting to use this thing, because I'm like, I need to save my favorite things. Like, do the least favorite. But then again, I think it wasn't that bad when I made it correctly the other day. But I'm like, okay, so maybe, just maybe do it differently. Also, I know it says to mix this in 1.6 ounces, but this mug is not big enough for 1.6 ounces of water. It's like close enough, but it's not, like, you need a giant mug for that, basically. Oh, dang it, that's in the dishwasher. Could that work? No, but then I don't have a large enough cup for that, for iced. This box makes no sense. I'm sorry, this box makes no sense. Because on here, so the directions on it say, mix a sachet of iced black coffee with 1.6 fluid ounces, which is about 50 milliliters of hot water. It says stir well, but then also add 3.5 ounces, 100 grams of ice cubes, and enjoy. But it's like, if you don't have anything big enough for that purpose, like, what's the point? Not what's the point, but like, why use a full packet? Like, you can't use a full packet if you don't have anything large enough. It just makes no sense to me. Unless I'm doing this wrong. I might be doing this wrong because it shows 2 little teacups for the mixing, and it shows a tea kettle for the electric kettle. It shows one of those like stovetop kettles on the box, so who knows. So this is the mug that I used the other day though, because my mom and I love it, and it says Pismo Beach, California, because we've had a couple of trips down there. We rarely take trips like that anymore, but we used to take a few trips down there. But Pismo Beach is awesome, I will tell you that. I don't know if it's Pismo Beach or somewhere else, but I do remember, most likely it was Pismo Beach, because I remember staying in a cute little cottage down there. And that was nice. And actually, the thing that I loved is wherever we were, like, I don't want to say we were next to the beach, but we were definitely within walking distance of that beach. And what I love about that beach, though, is that it has a nice little swing set, like a swing set thing. I don't know if it's still there. I'm hoping it's still there, but it had a nice big old swing set on the sand, right on the beach, so far away from the ocean. It was like so far back from the ocean. It was actually closer. I don't want to say it was closer to the street per se, but it was definitely away from the water. Very understandable, makes sense. And I loved that swing. Even if I I don't care that I landed on my arm, but there was a time I did kind of land on my arm when I was jumping off the swing, but because it's fun to jump off the swings, obviously. Like, when you're on a swing, you're gonna jump off it. For most people, not everyone. But like, I might have overestimated my jump, so there's that. shoot, I do need to make scrambled eggs. Actually, that kind of works then, because that helps give this extra time to cool down. Once I stir it. And I can always add the creatine when the eggs are done. Which I just realized. I didn't realize how little this was. Yeah. So maybe this looks fine. It just takes less water. I will add, the one thing that I wish was stated on the box that I cannot find anywhere is how much caffeine does this thing have in it? It doesn't state how much caffeine this has in it. And I wish it did, but it doesn't. I did not mix that in all the way. Like I said, there's a reason I'm not adding the creatine now. Because the thing is, I think you have to drink it within a certain time frame. Oh, that feels so good though. Because I am like so cold right now. Like, you don't understand how cold I am. Look how cold I am. Hi, buddy. Hey, boy, want to come in? Baby. Hi. Hi, buddy. Hi, kitty. Hi, baby. Hello, sweeties. Hi, sweetie. I love you, I'm freezing. Oh, I should use an apple. That's awesome. I had to bring my cat in. Like I said, I am freezing. It's freezing. Give him some kibble. And the way he came in with such tired eyes. This cat looks exhausted. Like, when I say exhausted, I mean exhausted. Don't question this. I am going to do, what should I do? No. Ooh, I wonder. I wonder. No, curiosity's getting the better of me. And I'm not gonna be using this bread because it feels wet and soggy. And actually I did find a piece of mold on one of them, so yeah, I'm not eating that bread. If it feels soggy to me, that's like so nasty to me. Oh my gosh. Okay, this can actually put away too. I'll just put it away. Wait, I have another one? I didn't know that. I didn't know I had one. Sweet! Yay. Sorry. This is empty and I thought I needed a new one, but I actually have another one because I prepped like 2 in advance, I guess, or bought 2 last time and I didn't know that I bought 2. So, yay, I have an unopened oat milk. Don't question eggs and oat milk right now. So I always add a splash of milk, but I don't have dairy on me, so because I need dairy milk. Actually, what I might do, it's probably gonna sound strange. I don't know if it's sounds strange or not, but I'm gonna try something. How well it's gonna work, I have no idea. I have no idea how well it's gonna work though. I always do a little splash of milk in my eggs, but like I said, I don't have dairy, so, or dairy-based milk, or like cow milk. I should put it that way. So
So I gotta work with what you have on hand until you can get to the store. Sometimes you really do have to work with what you got in hand until you can get to the store. I know this does not actually alter the flavor of the eggs. I thought it would, but it actually doesn't, and it does something if you're making scrambled eggs. But the thing is, I might try something different, and I need to. I'll be right back. Actually, give me one moment. All right, now you guys can see a little more of what I am doing. And yes, I know I should probably be drinking that coffee that I made this stuff like immediately, but I'm not because I'm trying to wait for it. But it's not the easiest thing because I had a little embarrassed of the egg situation. So what I was gonna do, I was about to do scrambled eggs, and I'm like, nah, I am gonna do my own little egg patty. And yes, I'm gonna eat it plain, but I don't care. Just to see how, I don't know what it's gonna come out like, or how it's gonna turn out, but I'm gonna see how it's gonna turn out. Because who says you can't eat a plain egg patty with cheese? Well, I can. And it's the protein that I need anyways. Actually, give me 1 second. Honestly, I have no idea how big the egg patty is gonna get, so I'm just gonna be on the safe side. Hopefully it's more to finish, but I'm gonna add 2 more to some first. It doesn't. Like I said, or spices should suffice. I need to put these guys over here. Oh, that might be a little much, but oh well. It's not too bad, oh well. Not bad. I was trying to get out that much more. Oopsies. Whoops, whoops, whoops. That actually might not be a bad thing because I didn't know that was too much pepper in the egg mixture, so by accident, and I had to like try to take it out. So there's still quite a bit of pepper in there, and I took a lot out, but I had to add an extra egg. So this is made with 3 eggs, but these are bigger eggs, so it might be pretty big, and yeah. Like the egg patty itself might come out really big as a heads up. So I'm gonna just try to move you. I don't know how to do this. Oh wait, I'm on the stove now. Okay. I don't know. Wait, how did I do this last time? I know. I think I zoomed in right. Did I? Nope. Never mind. Ooh. It's actually a better angle. Yay. Okay. Now, where is my actual thing? Oh no. Okay, never mind. I need to stay on here. Let it sit. I think I used, ooh. Let's see. My stuff always comes out terrible, I feel like. So there's that little situation. Essentially gotta just let it sit until it's like good enough, decent enough to fold. It just needs to be a little break. Oh, the fridge. I cannot forget my cheese, is the thing. I can't forget this chair. I don't know what to do as I'm hiding away. Oh yeah. And I mentioned about being halfway there on the video, and I just said halfway there. Something like that. And also, I think I'm not positive, but I think there is a song called Halfway There. I think there might be more than one called Halfway There. Anyways, I wanted to do that, but I forgot to. Halfway there. I'm bored. This, I don't guess that. I got this stuff at all. Still not quite formed enough to flip it. Not flip it, but like fold it, I should say. It's like not solid enough, I should say. This is quite like. Cheese, but not in this context. So my food is really bad. Not my food. It's like really, really terrible. Really bad. You don't want to know what I'm planning right now. And I'm at Texas cream cheese. Not sure. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of cheddar cheese, but cheese is cheese, and I'll eat it when I need to. I have to remember. No! I ate your stupid fry. What? Sorry, the cheese keeps looping out of it. Just looping. Looping. And I was trying to do that. So, yeah, this is what it looks like. Nothing likes me today. this s'mores one. Oops. Yes, I know that's a lot of creamer, but I don't care. Yes, I know I need to eat my egg before it gets cold. It's so hot. And I think your egg's gonna get cold in like 2 seconds and it's hot. Oh my god. Okay. This is amazing with that creamer. Yum, 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 yum. Where did that come from? Is the fact that I'm eating fruit or the fact of that thing? Oh my gosh, what is... Maybe it is the coffee, who knows? Because I never say yum yum yum. Like, where did that come from? Seriously, where did that come from? Like, literally, where the heck did that come from? Oh my gosh, dude. You're gonna use the ice, but the ice thing off, please. Like, my mom thinks she's the only one that ever uses ice in this household. But like, girl, no, I use ice too. Not just for iced coffee, but I also use it for my water when I drink water, and now there's like none left. Because I don't even use these little ice cold things, because I like to take these off and just dump them in the sink. But I also like cold coffee. I like my iced coffee. So, there's that. I'm adding a lot of ice so it can actually be cold and hopefully get cold. It's not guaranteed that it's actually gonna be cold. But yeah. Let me see if this is... Normally, yes, I would put whipped cream on it, but I have no. The only whipped cream I have is strawberry, and it's expired actually. So I need to dump it. I haven't dumped it yet. So, there's that. No, the creatine. Check that with the creatine. Because it did say to like take it on my days off or something. Yeah. I do a workout, whether it's 15 or 20 minutes, it should be fine to still take creatine. There's the best look at it. Yes, I am doing better with my little workout sessions. And I also need to ice my ribcage today. Because that's starting to hurt. Not too much sauce in here, but that's because I've got my cooking. Hey, up there. Okay. So I've got that, got my coffee, my egg patty, full fish right here. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Maybe. I don't know yet because I don't know what I'm going to put in there. So, I gotta do that. This is my breakfast right now at 10:20 in the morning apparently. See you guys later. Bye! Hey guys, so I don't know if I should do this dress before. Ignore my hair, it's kind of like, it's a sloppy curl. I'm trying to just curl the ends and stuff. I was doing something, and so yeah, I am like in my little fashion era. So yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys the dress real quick. Yes, I know it'll look a lot better like this. I don't know if I showed you guys before or not, but it'll look a lot better with my stomach like that. But here's what it is with my stomach out. And then here's what it looks like from the side with my stomach out. Stomach in. And then stomach out. And so yeah, that's actually a very close-up view, so it doesn't look like it actually doesn't look as bad as it seems.
But yeah, so there's that. I have some cute little blue little earrings in right now, and yes, I am wearing makeup. So just like I said, I am trying to experiment, and I love this. Is actually like really fun, and it actually does like make me feel really good. And I was like experimenting with some other stuff earlier, and like at first I didn't understand something, but now like that I'm actually a real like full-fledged adult, even if I don't always look like it. But the other thing too is like there was something when I was younger, I didn't quite understand it, but now that I'm experimenting with stuff like this, I'm like, okay, now I understand why people do that. But the thing is, it is not. So here's the thing, I know everybody's different, and it's okay for teens to want to dress and feel sexy, but at the same time, you have to be very conscientious of those types of outfits for teenagers, because the thing is, while I do agree that men should be able to control themselves, at the same time too, it's not appropriate for a 16-year-old teen to show cleavage, for example. Like, no, that's not appropriate. Like, you all think it's appropriate, but no, it's not appropriate at all. It's like, I understand adults doing that. Like, at first, like, that was something a lot of teens did back in the day. Even some teens do it now. They actually do it more. I think they do it more now than it was when I was in high school. A lot of teens do that. And the thing is, like, no, like, I'm sorry, but that's inappropriate. Like, at your age, you're only 16. So why do you want to show cleavage? Like, you can still show, like, and I mean like deep cleavage, I mean like major cleavage. And it's just like, the thing is, like, I didn't understand that as I like got like literally just like today, and I'm like, okay, I understand why adults want to do it, I get it, but at the same time, it's nothing for kids or teens to want to do or to want to feel. Like, I understand wanting to feel sexy, but also just be conscientious of what you're wearing as well and what you're choosing to put out there, whether it be online or elsewhere. And I'm trying my best to be conscientious of different things, but yeah, there's that. But like I said, I'm an adult, so I can do and wear whatever I want if I want to do it, and if I feel good. The thing is, I get it. We dress sexy and do a lot of things to take care of ourselves in order to feel sexy, but at the same time too, it's like you can be modest about it. There's ways to be modestly sexy, especially as a teenager, because at the end of the day, teens are still kids, and so many people, including parents, think and act like their teenager is a mature adult when they're not. Like, no, you're still a kid at the end of the day. You're still a child. Like, yes, you're growing up as a teenager, but you still have a lot more growing up to do. Like, you think that you're an adult, you try to act like you're an adult, but truth is, no, you're not an adult at all. And that's the thing. So parents really, really need to stop acting like their 16-year-old teens are adults, because they're not in all of reality. And the thing is, not all, but some teens will act out and will purposely get in trouble just to have rules and boundaries and just to be able to like get attention from their parents. Because it's like, the thing is, when kids grow up with no rules or boundaries from a young age, and then they become a teenager and you try to introduce them, what's going to happen? They're going to defy you, they're going to say no, they're going to fight back, they're going to ignore you like crazy, they're going to be doing so many things, they're going to be so defiant. Like, they do. The thing is, if you don't teach rules and boundaries now for your teenage child, then it's just like, one, it's kind of, I don't want to say it's too late. It's not too late for boundaries. You can never be too late in instilling boundaries, but the thing is, they need to learn to understand that, like, hey, look, this action has a consequence to it now. Like, your actions have consequences, or like, the thing is, this action, like, has a negative result, for example. Like, because everyone's different. There's people with learning disabilities, and there's people who are neurodivergent, so they're a little bit more, I don't want to say difficult to try to discipline, but some kids are a lot more difficult to discipline, and if you don't teach them certain discipline actions or methods when they're younger, without yelling for one and without spanking for two, you don't use either of those as a form of discipline, because kids do not like when their parents yell at them. They don't like being screamed at. They don't like being yelled at. Nobody likes being yelled at by anybody, to be honest, whether it's a kid yelling at the parent or a parent yelling at the kid. But the thing is, they're probably yelling at you because they've heard yelling in the house before. So the thing is, nobody likes anybody yelling at each other. Even though it can and will happen. People, families fight, friends fight, everybody fights. Okay, there is no such thing as a perfect friendship. There is no such thing as a perfect life. There is no such thing as the perfect family. Like, we try to act perfect, but we're not. Nobody is. And to be honest, I'm neurodivergent myself, and I know this because of many different things, and it's why I understand other brains and other things like that. And so the thing is, depending on how someone's brain works and if they're neurodivergent or not, like, one, no, it is no excuse for anyone's behavior. I will say that. It is no excuse in how anyone behaves or acts. But some of us, depending on what's going on in our heads, we can't actually help it. So we can't, it's something we literally cannot control for the life of us for whatever reason. And for some of our own behaviors, but we're also still trying to learn and trying to have proper coping methods and mechanisms for everything. But the thing is, it's like teenagers still aren't an adult. And of course, every family is different. But the thing is, they still need rules, in my opinion. That's from my perspective. Obviously, don't be super strict with them, but like definitely instill rules and boundaries and things like that. And okay, what's funny is I know from this angle it looks like my hair is in a pigtail, but it's not. It's just like super curly on this side kind of like, I tried to like redo it, but that kind of backfired on me as I was trying to curl it. Anyways, there's that. So just letting you guys know, you do need to at least give your kids boundaries, even when they're little. Start out with boundaries. If nothing works, if you've exhausted all resources, even including talking to them, like for example, let's say they're like 5 and they hit someone, and that's like, and you told them that's not allowed, you're not allowed to hit people and things like that. Let's say, for example, you've taught them that they're not allowed to hit people. The thing is, you also have to ask them why they hit that kid. Sometimes they'll be honest and be like, I don't know, I just did it. But then other times kids will be honest and be like, they hit me first, so I should be allowed to hit them back, right? That's where you need to have a one-on-one conversation with them about hitting and about the rules of like, hey, look, this is not allowed here, it's not allowed at home, it is not allowed at school either. How about try using your words instead of using physical, I don't want to say physical violence because it's not necessarily violence unless it's like really, really hard and someone gets hurt from it. But if it's just like a minor like little slap or something, like definitely talk to both those kids. Because the thing is, oh, sorry, I have like, every time I have a loose hair on my arm now, it feels like there's a bug crawling on me and it's driving me nuts. So yeah, definitely talk to your kids about what they could be going through, because you never know when they might be getting bullied themselves, and that's why they're acting out and acting the way they're acting, whether they want to talk about it or not. But the thing is, it's better to talk through things like that. And then if they keep behaving the same exact way, that's when you need to introduce like timeouts and things like that. Introduce a timeout or not a corner, and you need to understand, you need to let them know first, like, hey, look, this behavior is unacceptable. I'm going to put you in timeout for this amount of time. And then and some kids will test you. They will totally test you. They will get up from timeout, walk around, do whatever, because they know that if you've never done this before in the past, they will test your patience, because they don't know if you're gonna follow through on it, because you've never followed through on it in the past before. So when you don't follow through on things like that, they're gonna test your patience like crazy, because they want to make sure that you're gonna follow through with it. And all you do is you grab your child, put them back in timeout consistently without saying one word, and then you put the timer on for their age. So for example, let's say they're 7 years old and still doing the same thing as like what they did when they were 4. Then you put the timer on for 7 minutes, and you reset it every single time you put them back in that chair or stool or wherever your timeout area is. That's going to be in your home. So just as a heads up, in terms of teenagers, those kind of consequences can be a little trickier depending on how they've misbehaved and what they did to misbehave in. So the thing is, it's like some teens, the thing is, nobody likes getting grounded. I get that, but it's also a normal standard consequence that's actually good for people, in my opinion. It's actually a good consequence, because people can take time to themselves and just be alone with themselves and alone with their thoughts, like, hey, what can I do next time not to get grounded? Like, what did I do to get grounded in the first place? Like, what was so wrong that I did to get grounded? And then once you realize what you did to get grounded, just don't do it again. It's like, for a lot of people it seems very simple, but for others it's not as simple. So some others will repeat the same mistakes over and over, and that's when you might need to rethink your approach with them and figure out a better method on how to handle them misbehaving and acting out. But a lot of teens, not a lot, but quite a few teens go through a lot of different things during their teenage years. Others have better teen years than others do. Mine were fine up until junior year in high school, to be honest. My teen years were actually pretty good. I don't know if anything started in 8th grade. It might have, and I didn't think anything through. Nothing it wasn't really comprehending in my head at the time, where I think my kindergarten best friend at the time might have wanted to end her friendship with me in 8th grade, but she still stayed my friend, which is interesting, but I don't think she knew how to communicate that properly to me. I don't think she knew how to properly communicate that she no longer wanted to be my friend in 8th grade, and she still stuck around, which is kind of actually really cool, because especially in high school, 9th and 10th grade, we actually got our homework done together, and that helped me a lot in school, actually. And then my junior year, that's when my grades fell. My grades suffered because I was going through a lot during that time. So I do know what deep depression feels like. I don't know about anybody else, and especially someone that I used to know. And let's just say, they claim they've been through depression, but I doubt it. So, at least not the way that I've been through it, and I don't think they understand or even know what deep depression is. So yeah. So, and anyways, I don't even know if I can believe anything they ever tell me ever again, because they admitted to being a fake friend and lying to me, and I do not like liars, and I physically cannot lie to anybody. Well, no. Okay, I really wish my cat would come inside. I don't know where he is, actually. I need to go find him. Anyways, I gotta get going. Just wanted to put that out there, that teenagers do need boundaries. I know you want to be able to, like, yes, they can still make some of their own decisions, but make sure that it's not every single decision that they're making for themselves. Like, obviously don't, like, I don't want to say don't dictate, like, basically don't dictate their life, don't dictate what they can and can't do, especially school-wise in their later years, especially when they're going towards college. Don't dictate that. Be supportive, be someone that will support them in the classes that they're interested in taking, because they will excel in those classes. Whatever they're interested in taking, they will excel in those classes like crazy. And so I'm just letting you know right now, just basically don't choose their classes for them and be like, oh, don't take this, don't take that, you better take this class, you better take that class instead, like, blah blah blah, etc etc. Like, no, they are not, like, if it's something they're not interested in, they're not gonna do well. They'll fail, it'll backfire for both of you, or for some of you. Some will push themselves forward. Like, the more you're telling them what to do, especially when they're 18, the more you're literally just pushing them away. You're literally just pushing your own kid away from you at that point. Like, so it's good to have set boundaries for them when they're teenagers, but as soon as they turn 18, you don't have to agree with their decision, but they should be allowed to make their own decisions, okay? You don't have to agree with them, though, but at least warn them of what can happen and the outcomes, like the negative outcomes. At least you can at least give them a warning of what can happen and the types of outcomes and consequences that can come with their actions, depending on the action they're choosing to take. Like, make sure that they're responsible, make sure that they're, like, I get it, like, everyone's different, but also it's at the same time, be responsible. Like, some parents will not, like, they refuse to let their 18-year-old drink alcohol until they turn 21. I understand that completely. So I actually say props to you guys, but I do get it. There are some parents that will allow their 18-year-old kids, I guess. I don't know if they're kids. I know they're legally technically an adult, but there's teen in the word 18. I know it's like a weird number, but still. Like, I get it at the same time too, that some parents will allow that. But at least if they're 18, make sure it's at home, staying at home, make sure they don't go anywhere, make sure they are responsible and do not drink and drive. And there's a button here. Just make sure they're extremely responsible, because the thing is, you don't want them to get in an accident, you don't want anyone getting harmed from it, you don't want anybody, you just want them to be safe. You want them to go, like, if they're out partying, for example, and there's drinking involved, for example, you want them to be safe. Either if they crash out at the person's house, whoever's throwing the party, be fine with that, because whoever crashes out at that party, at that house, if it's at a house, be thankful that they're overnight at the house itself and they're not choosing to drink and drive drunk, basically. So just be thankful that they passed out at the house and not, like, on the road driving. Just be thankful for that. Like, even if you don't hear from them until the next morning, like, yes, that's very worrisome and very concerning, because you want to make sure that, like, you're, like, freaking out, like, what happened, did she drive, not she, like, did they drive drunk, did they, like, where are they, did they get in a car accident, are they in a hospital, etc etc. I know the worst thing comes to your mind, but, like, if it's just a standard pass out situation, I'd be fine with that. Like, so yeah, if it's just one of those pass out situations at the home or at a friend's house, for example, like a small get together friend's house, passed out there, At least they were responsible. They stayed the night. They stayed overnight. And just, yeah. That's responsible in my opinion, rather than choosing to get behind the wheel and drive when you are not sober and drive when you're drunk, basically. So just wanted to point that out. Teens do need boundaries, whether parents realize it or not. And my battery's about to die, so I'll see you guys another time. Bye!